Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook. In this video, we're going to take a look at Algorand, a major mover in the NFT space and a serious contender in future finance. So why don't we get to it? All right, guys, let's talk about Algorand. Now, Algorand is one of my most favorite platforms in this entire digital asset space, and I'm going to show you some serious reasons why in this video. Now, if you haven't heard about Algorand before, it goes by the ticker ALGO, short for Algorand. Now, Algorand's quite unique as a digital asset because not only is it a digital currency, it's also a blockchain platform in and of itself where other blockchains are built upon it, and it's a direct competitor of Ethereum. Now, Algorand as a payment processor is amazingly fast, and literally it competes with MasterCard and Visa in transactions per second. We're talking thousands of transactions per second, guys. Now, ALGO is the actual native currency for the Algorand blockchain, and it's used to secure the transactions, validate and secure them on the Algorand blockchain. So guys, I want to show you the ecosystem for Algorand. Just look at how chock full this is. You've got gaming, payment processors, asset management, all kinds of investors, and this space right here, particularly this NFT space. Non-fungible tokens are massive in this space, as we all know, and Algorand has a huge footprint in this space. Take a look over here. Here's LimeWire. Now, LimeWire is huge when it comes to digital collectibles. And they're saying right here, LimeWire selects Algorand blockchain for the relaunch of its digital collectible marketplace. Read right here. Algorand will power energy efficient NFTs on LimeWire along with a token launch later this year. Now, guys, this is a big deal. And right here, you've got this huge energy efficient component. Now, as we all know, there is a huge debate on the carbon footprint that a lot of these blockchains are making because of the energy consumption that are required to run the networks. Well, Algorand is committed to being a sustainable blockchain, as in fact pledging to be the greenest blockchain with a carbon negative network now and in the future. Guys, this is a huge deal. Why? Because a lot of governments around the world are paying serious consideration to the carbon footprint that these blockchains have. And for Algorand, that's not going to be a hurdle. In fact, for them, it's going to be an asset because they've already addressed this concern. So now, the next thing, guys, that really excites me about Algorand is this. Algorand is the official blockchain for FIFA. FIFA announces partnership with blockchain innovator Algorand. World Football's governing body confirms collaboration with green blockchain technology company Algorand. So guys, why is this such a major deal? Well, guys, in the last World Cup, more than half the world watched the 2018 World Cup. Listen to this. Audit shows that a record 3.572 billion people watched the 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia. Now, guys, the next World Cup is going to be in November of 2022 this year. And if you guys remember the Super Bowl not too long ago and all those blockchain-based commercials like crypto.com and all the exposure that those were given, can you imagine when half the world is being introduced to Algorand, what the impacts that's going to be on the adoption of the Algorand ecosystem? I think it's going to be absolutely massive. Now, guys, if you've been watching my channel for any time at all, you know this next part is going to be one of my favorite takes for Algorand. Algorand is ISO 222 compliant. Now, guys, If you haven't been introduced to ISO 222, let me just give you a quick introduction. Banks and financial institutions worldwide are entering a new era as they gear up to switch their payment systems from using Swift messages to ISO 222, a much more structured and data-rich financial messaging standard. And look, guys, you can see right here, November of 2022, all financial institutions processing Swift must process ISO 222 by November of 2022. And then you have this big bang event. Now, when they say this big bang event, it means that they're not going to gradually implement this. It's going to, boom, happen all at one time. All euro payments going through Target 2 will only be in ISO 222 format from November of 2022. And here you have 2024 for the US Fedwire, and it says this: plan to enhance ISO 222 messages through a big bang rather than a phased approach. So guys, this was supposed to be in 2024 when this page was put up, but we know that Jerome Powell just got on the other day saying that come November of 2023, that's when the US is planning to implement this in their FedNow system. But look down here. The following cryptocurrencies are ISO 222 compliant as of this writing, and right down here, there's Algorand. So guys, you can see why Algorand is one of my most favorite platforms in this entire space. But why don't we just hop over and do some TA now, and then we'll see where I can tell you what my future price prediction is, and we'll go from there. All right. So guys, here we have Algorand on the weekly time frame on the Binance platform. And I just want to show you some interesting things. So let's just drop in a major support and resistance here, and we'll pull this right into where it needs to go. And I'm going to kind of show you something quite interesting here. So let's just pull it even right down to the bottom of this wick here. Okay, guys. So what I want to show you here, guys, is this area has acted as a major source of support and resistance. So here we had some support in here. Then we fell through it. It became resistance all in this period here. We had our breakout right up here. And what happened? It acted as support again. And then we had our big breakout in here. And what's happening now? Well, that same area is acting as support. Now, for me, guys, I'm believing that we are literally right on the floor where we went down 90% from about $3.44 right down to where we are now, about the 32-cent range. Now, what kind of confluence can I see that it would be like that? Well, let's just pull up the RSI, okay, and just see where that is. Guys, you can see on the RSI, we are literally right in the floor down here. We marched up here, and now we've moved all the way back down. So this for me is another strong indicator that, look, we are right on the floor. And I believe that what's going to happen is we are going to slowly start marching up until we actually hit the 5 wave of this cycle. And then we're going to see some major price hikes. So let me show you what that might look like. Let me just take all these drawings off here. Let's drop that RSI out of there so we can get a bigger view. And I'm going to drop in some fib targets in here right now. So we're going to go from the top of the wick, and we're going to go all the way to the bottom of this wick here. So we can pull this all the way over and see where we could go. Now, guys, we're going to face some major supports and resistance as we go up. Now, for me, I really think we're going to see some support and resistance at these various levels. So what I'm looking at is right in about this area right here on a weekly time frame around the 59-60 cent range that we're going to see, you know, some resistance going up. Here, it was resistance back here. We broke through it on that one wave there and came back, and it the next week hit it as support, and we fell through it back here on our march back down. And guys, I think what we're going to do is that area right in there, we're going to see some resistance on the way up. And the next level of resistance I think we're going to see, guys, literally is actually going to be, let me just tell you, right up and in about here. So guys, the next level of resistance that I see on our march back up is going to be somewhere around the 95-cent range. And you can see that again right in here. How up and in this area, you had it as support. When you fell through it during these weeks, it acted as resistance. And then you came back over here where you're just kind of tagging it as support. And then when we fell through it, resistance again. And so for me, that is going to be our next range, which is around the 93, 94 cent range. And after that, you can literally see this going on. You can literally see this going on right in here. So look, right up and in here, in this area, right in here. This is all about support and resistance, guys. And you can see that right here. Wow, look at this. Resistance, 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 right? And then over here, what do you see? Support. And then and support over here. And then when we fell through it in this week, it became resistance again. So another big support and resistance at the $1.54 range. But guys, what I see potentially coming here is this. I think what we're going to do is we are going to march up here. We may dip down here, but we're going to march up here. We'll probably break through this, test this area here as support, and then break up. And my ultimate target is right up here around this 1.618 range, which is literally, let's just drop a line in there and see the price in there, because I think we're going to go past previous all-time highs in the $3.40. It's around the 470 range, and it could even probably break through that to go to the $5 range. So let's get a measured move of what that would look like in a massive blow up top from this area here. So guys, look at that. That's literally going to be about a 16, almost 1,600, maybe 1,700% increase. Now, guys, I know you're all going to say, look, that's just hopium, blah, blah, blah. Nobody sees those returns. I'm telling you guys, I saw those kinds of returns in the last bull. In the last bull market, I literally saw thousands and thousands of percent gains on a lot of these assets. And remember, guys, it's not so far-fetched when you consider the previous all-time high was around the $3.40 range. We're only looking at a minimum target of about $1 above that. For me, guys, this is very, very possible and more than likely probable, considering that we're at the bottom, ready to make a bounce to continue a march back up. And my guess is this will probably take on average 6 to 8 months, and we're going to be there. Now, those are my targets, guys. This is what the charts are showing me. This is my expectation, but I leave it for you to make your own decision. So guys, before we go, let me show you this roadside park right off of the 380 in McKinney, Texas. Just beautiful. They built this man-made pond in here, did a great job. Just gorgeous. Yeah, they got this curvy walkway in the back here that goes around it. Really great. And check out this fountain. I don't know if this video is going to do it justice, but that thing's got to be shooting at least 30 or 40 feet in the air. Quite impressive. Well, guys, I really appreciate you sticking with me here. And as always, this isn't financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. But if you found value in it, please hit the like and subscribe so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. And in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.